What's going on, y'all? This your boy Darkness Falls back with another Wuthering video here, man. So yeah, man, we're here to talk about the BRANT situation. So yeah, man, I'm not too sure why there is a BRANT situation, but I just wanted to give you guys my 2 cents on this. So if you guys have been watching the channel, you guys already know how I give out on takes like this. And I think with a lot of people who have migrated from Hoyoverse and different games trying to come to Wuthering Waves, they got this mindset of you have to summon for this, or you have to pull for this, or you have to min max this. And you don't need that in this game. Yes, you can farm echoes, and yes, you can get better stats with those echoes, which ultimately determine what your stats are going to be. But depending on what type of game you are, I'm not sure, a casual or someone that grinds it out, you can pretty much get away with a couple things that you wouldn't be able to get in some other gacha games. So just keep that in mind. You can make something happen. But yeah, let's talk about BRANT. So a lot of people are going around saying BRANT is pretty much useless if you don't have certain things that go with this character, which is not true. And they're telling you how to build this character without the character actually being out. So it doesn't make any sense at all. I know people look at leaks and things like that. I don't think there's enough, I would say, leaks footage or anything that someone has put out on the internet to say, hey, this character does this with this set, because they haven't, because they can't. So we won't be able to see the full potential of this character until the character is fully released in game, and then people are able to take this character and use him with all the echo sets. So of course people are bringing up like the Tidebreaker. Of course, some may use them on Moonlit. Some people may use them on Fusion, if they want to use them as a DPS. So I just want to mention to everyone, yeah, he's not a DPS character, but people will build their characters how they want to. Yes, you get more healing and shielding for his kit if you add that energy recharge to it. But if people don't want to run him in that, we're going to be able to see how much this character suffers if you don't give him more energy recharge, because he does get some additional attack with it. But him being a support / sub DPS, this character is not going to mainly be on field anyway, to where he's going to be supporting Chang Li more than hopefully, if not Encore, but Chang Li at best. He's not going to be on the field a lot anyway. So a lot of these crazy requirements people are telling you to do, don't listen to them. So let's talk about BRANT. People are talking about his kit. And if we look here at the outro skill, we got amplify the incoming resonator's fusion damage by 20% and resonant skill damage by 25% for 14 seconds, or until the resonator is switched out. Again, this is for like Chang Li, and this is also towards like Encore or somebody else, mainly fusion DPSs. So basically that's what you're going to be using him with, because that's why Chang Li is getting a rerun with him. So then we have the Forte circuit. People talking about this theatrical moment. BRANT gains an additional attack based on his energy regen for every 1% of his energy regen over 150%. BRANT gains an additional 12 points of attack up to 1560. Now there are some people throwing out the magical number in their head, which should be 280, saying that if this character don't have 280 energy regen, this character is going to be unusable. And I just want to mention that that's not true. This character will be very usable above like 260 at best, or higher if you got 270. And that's mainly because the echo set, if you run the Tidebreaker, that is going to force you to go above 250 just to get the 5 set piece bonus. And that bonus is going to look very, very good for the unit that he's going to be supporting. And of course, he'll be able to do probably some good damage himself, if he's on field. So there are certain sub DPSs. They do things, but then they specialize in, other things. Chang Li is a sub DPS, and she can do a lot of damage, but she don't really have, I would say the best support capability. She has some, but not a lot. Jaja as well, same thing with Yanlin. And with those characters, if we look at her real quick, I do have her, by the way. You guys know this is one of my, if not my favorite character in the game. So of course, she's just helping out with the resonance liberation if it's not a, fusion damage amplifier. So she can buff him and buff other, fusion characters. So with Jaja and Yanlin, there are some people who would try to tell you want to run them with the Empyrean set. And I've made videos before about this. You do not want to do that. You want to run these characters using Moonlit, because they're not going to see the field a lot. And you want to, maximize your DPS. So by doing the Moonlit set, your DPS will get that crazy buff, which will do the crazy damage. If you run that set, you're probably going to be using these characters as a main DPS or have them on the field more, which make more sense. But if you're going to do that, you might well just run them with their raw Echo set, which is, Tempest methods or the lightning for Yanlin, or run her Jaja with the ice if you're going to run them as a main DPS, which again, if you're running them that way, there's no point of using the Empyrean. So it's up to you, depending on how you build them, and BRANT is no different. But I want to look at the set because the tiebreaker, like I said, it has this insane requirement.
I alone will decide whether it's for show or for battle.
So like, let me just go to you. Looking pretty good, but I just wanted to look at something. All right, here we go. All right, so here, I have not farmed this set. As you guys know, like I said, I am not summoning for BRANT. This is not a BRANT thing. I'm just spreading the real information out because people have been misinformed. Even though I'm skipping the character because you have been watching me, I'm going to be summoning for Zanny. I'm saving for Zanny, and I'm prioritizing her over him. But other than that, I told you guys plenty of times, Phoebe and BRANT are great characters, even though I'm skipping both of them. So here we go. As you can see, the 2-piece, you're getting energy regen. Then of course the 5-piece, increase attack, and then reaching 250% energy regen increases all attribute damage. So I would say that requirement is quite high, and I would say, depending how crazy this is, once BRANT releases and you get past this threshold, so even though that main threshold is 250, I would say like 260, 270, if you can get high like that, your BRANT will be very usable. He'll be able to do the healing. He will also be able to do the shielding, and you don't have to run another, I would say, healer or something. You can probably have someone else in that team. I'm not sure what the team count will be depending on how you build them, but you'll have BRANT, Chang Li, and somebody else. But depending on how the character is versatile once he releases, people may still run a regular standard team, Chang Li, BRANT, and Shorekeeper, or Verena, or whoever. But if he's going to do all the healing there, if his healing is a lot, meaning it's not a little bit, people are going to put in somebody else to support either the main DPS or support him, because he should be able to sustain, hopefully. But yeah, man, we can't see anything until the character comes out. The character has not came out yet, so I don't know why people has already passed judgment, and we have no evidence, no videos. So I don't understand the uproar. I can see the character released terribly, and the character was here. People were summoning. They were getting ripped off. the character wasn't performing as advertised, then there's an uproar. We haven't even got the character yet. So like I said, this is a nothing burger. And like I said, I know this has deterred a lot of people who are summoning for BRANT, dealing with all this drama. And yeah, I just want to point out, I'm one of the few people who has, been playing Kuro games for a while, from PGR to this. And, there are a lot of new fans to this company. And I just want to point out, a lot of them have came from Hoyoverse. Now, I play Hoyoverse games, which I still play Star Rail Genshin a little bit, but not a lot. But I tried ZZ, I just couldn't get into it. But at the end of the day, I was never a one-person game. I always played multiple games. Yeah, see, I still play Nikkei. I play Girls Frontline. I play, everything that's on the channel. You can go look at it. So I'm not a stand for, for any company. I don't kiss nobody, but I would tell you, if they're messing up, they're messing up. You know what I'm saying? There's no biases here. There are a lot of people who are biased towards certain companies. So they just want to make a video to, get some clicks. So you just want to be careful, when those videos pop up. They just want to spout a whole bunch of nonsense. So a lot of them are from the Genshin community, which has been labeled as toxic. And now they are supposedly Wuthering Waves creators. And they don't know how to really properly critique a game. So we want to make sure that, the facts are there once this character release. Then we can properly judge, what you got to do. Because like I said, there are going to be some people who find out the hard way. And, they're going to be proven wrong. They made these videos prior to release. And when the character comes out, we're going to see something different. Now, we talked about weapons. And we can use her here for a minute. But we already have the Overture here that also gives energy recharge, energy regen. And then we also have his main weapon that does that. Now, there are some people who are incentivizing that you need to summon for weapons. And I'm here to tell you that's wrong. So if we go here to my box, these are the current weapons I have here on this account. And you guys already know I am F2P. And I really don't summon for weapons. But these are the weapons I've been able to accumulate on this account. And I have a lot of characters. So if you guys seen the previous video, I have 60 of these saved up. And I'm also, where is it? Right here, saved up. And I'm also already on my guarantee. So I will be getting Zanny guarantee. Hopefully she's revealed next. But basically, here, you don't have to pull for a weapon. Now, depending on how you started, yeah, you're going to maybe not have certain weapons, or you may not have certain characters. But that's just how gachas are. If you started late, you don't have anything. If you started on the PS5, a lot of people started in Renacida. They missed a lot of characters. So that's why these reruns are there, for them to, catch up if they want to do that way. But you do not have to spend money. People telling you, well, you have to spend money. No, you do not. Me, I have not spent no money. My characters does, crazy damage for who I got built out. My builds of my characters are very good. I do, 30 tower adversity. I've cleared every content in the game. You don't have to listen to these people. I can beat all the holograms. I've beaten most of them, just not the new ones. And yeah, man, you do not have to fall into this elitism. And that's what's happening. People saying, well, if you want your BRANT to be as good as my BRANT, you're going to have to summon for the weapon. We're not in competition. If I want his weapon as a free-to-play, I would summon for it if I was summoning for the character. If I don't really care about the character, the weapon, but I want the character, it's just like Zanny. Like I told y'all, I'm going to get Zanny, but if I don't like the weapon, I'm not going to summon for Zanny weapon. I don't care if you summon for her weapon. That's on you. But if I don't want it, I'm not going to summon for it. But she's going to be who she is, and, it is what it is, with or without the weapon. So BRANT he's gonna be great, with a 4-star weapon or without. So if you've saved up enough pulls, depending on your account, you should have some put away if you're someone who also summon for weapons. So me, I would say 5 summonable weapons here because I got the gauntlets from the free, selector that they gave us. But I have 5 summonable weapons. I got the Emerald Genesis from the standard weapon banner, and I got lucky, got it pretty early. And all the other weapons I got summoning for them. So if I'm able to get 5 summonable weapons, and I have not spent a dime in the game, you can get the weapon for free. So don't listen to people telling you need to summon. And like I said, I'm not spending because I don't have the money. I just choose to challenge myself. And I always tell people, once we get to 2K, just a small YouTuber, growing, and once we get there, I can do giveaways and things like that to give back, to you guys. But yeah, man, I don't spend money because I don't like what they're providing. I don't spend money because I just want to challenge myself. That's it. But yeah, man, that's my take on the BRANT situation. I think the character is going to require you to build more to get that 5-piece set bonus. But what the trade-off is probably going to be higher than some of the other characters we've gotten so far, because he can do a lot more, which, he can heal, provide shield, and do damage. So we'll have to see in game though, is the damage actually worth it if you're going to actually try to min-max energy recharge? Other than that, I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah, man, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you were summoning for BRANT, are you still summoning for BRANT? If you summon for Phoebe, like I said, I hope you won your 50/50s. And yeah, man, I'm saving for Zanny. Hopefully she gets revealed soon in the drip marketing so I can pull your girl. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.